Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to another video. It's Golitech, and today we want to talk about the Codex, yeah, ChatGPT AI assistance for coding. And I have been working with it a while. It's extremely good. It's really good. It's really good, yeah. And I was thinking that I share a video that how we can install it and how start to use it. And in future I'm gonna work with it a lot, and I will code it and develop with it. I will use it as a DevSecOps. I will use Terraform Ansible with it. So I have some ideas in head, and I will create a lot of interesting videos about it, because nowadays so there is no reason that someone says, okay, I'm not a developer, I cannot do that. Yeah. So now English or your even mother tongue is the language of programming. So this is a game changer, yeah. So let's get started. And I have a fresh Ubuntu installed, and I wanna install Codex on that and the CLI. So this is a server, so it's on cloud, and there is no UI, yeah. So we will not use any clicking or anything on that one. So that's why it's gonna take a little bit time. So because we have to create everything on the CLI and then on my laptop. So for Codex we need to log in and then give access for this machine, yeah? So no worry, we will go step by step. So let's get started. And this is my Ubuntu, yeah. And I am in yeah, I can share that in Codex, yeah. So you can just write Codex install on Linux, and the first link, so it's OpenAI developers, and I'm gonna follow these steps, right? So let's start. I think it's better to update and upgrade my kernel, and then we can continue, yeah. And remember the password, because it's password. And okay, upgrade, yes. Yeah. Okay, so now my Linux is up to date. So let's continue with it. Let me copy this one, the page that we show, and let's go with this one. So this is the official command. So it's getting this codex and download it, and start codex. Yes, okay. And now let's see. Okay, there is another command. I just copy paste it, and now it's working. Install. So let me check. Okay, so then now it's installed. I just did a small troubleshoot, and now you can reload your shell with this command, or just close it and open your terminal again, so it will work, yeah. And as you can see now, Codex is there, yeah. So this is the way that we install it, and then let's run it. Run Codex and start signing with ChatGPT. So, and for sure, this is I need to mention that this is not a free one, so you have to have a paid ChatGPT, yeah. And either we can this one, sign in with ChatGPT. So which, if you select this one, it will open the browser. But since I don't have a browser here, because as I said, just a CLI and there is no browser there, so I will go with signing with device, yeah. And there is also provide your own API key. So this is another plan of ChatGPT. I think it's a for enterprise, but I will use sign in with device code, yeah. So I try here. So, and now it gives me this URL. So if you go to this URL and let me I will go to this URL. Let me copy that. And now I should log into Codex. This is the one. So I will write here. So I have an account here. I will select it here, and now continue. I need just to provide these digits, yeah. So ZTVJ I will click here. Yeah, now you see sign in with your ChatGPT account. Basically it's mentioning, so it is installed, so it's working, that this is the model, and if you want to change the model, you can say model, then you can choose the model, but with the slash, so you can talk directly to your ChatGPT, and here you can write, so for example, this is now exactly your ChatGPT, what is Linux, and now it will tell you what exactly it is, exactly, you know, like your browser, your application, ChatGPT, or whatever. And now we can tell it about this error. So I am getting error. That's what is this? Is it's not fix it. So I'll identify, okay, so you can see I'm getting error as well, it's not, and then we can directly ask it to fix it. And now would you like to run the following command? So may I inspect below and operating? Yeah, you can do that. So it's really good for every command that it wants to run. So it asks a question, and now it asks me, okay, directly it wants to install this application, yeah. So you don't need to write command, you don't need, so it just talks to you and you give order, yeah, like an intern which never sleeps, yeah. It's always there for you, looking for you, but it also communicates with you to see if it's on the correct way, yeah. And yeah, you can do that, install, but the original operation still fails by creating a let's see. We approve Codex to run this one, status, yeah. May I apply this configuration install by Ubuntu the package and verify? Yes, you can do that. And for example, for each of them, if you don't want to accept, you can also ignore, and if you need more information, you can again ask as well, yeah. It's installing another app package, so I approved it. And but generally when you work with Codex, don't approve everything, yeah? So you should read and talk about to see what exactly it does. And now it's working with for this file, yeah. So the error that we used to get, fix, install, okay, now it is installed, yeah. Let's see if I go out and I write Codex again. So once you come here, you see no error here, yeah. So now our Codex is installed on our terminal. So now let's see how we can give it access to our GitHub, right? So let me open my GitHub page as well, or first we can bring my Codex. So here, this is the Codex, so this is Codex web, so it's chatgpt.com/codex, but for you you can also download the application, yeah. So this is the environment, and here you see I already have my GitHub there, but if you don't have, so you can click here and add any upload or attachment. But if you want to add any GitHub, so you can click on Codex itself, and now on setting here you can environment, yeah. So now you can add environment. So here you see that I already have one, and then if you want, you can create an add environment, and then you can either write your GitHub here or add another one. And also if you don't have probably anything there, so once you come to Codex, you will have here add to application, yeah. So instead of mine having this one, you can have add to your GitHub. So once you click here, then you start to log into GitHub, and then let me show also the GitHub for you, yeah. Once you come here, so you come here to application, and then you have here installed GitHub applications and authorize, yeah. So first you give the authorization. So this is the GitHub connector, yeah, so that we were setting. So this is connecting the ChatGPT to your GitHub, yeah. So which later you can work it, pull, push, everything. And after that, once you have connected your Codex, so then you can give access. Yeah, so here you can click on configure, so you can I gave just one access to this repository, but you can give more access, or all repositories, whatever you want. You can do whatever you want basically with this, right? So after that, having set up the Codex there, and also having ChatGPT there, and also giving access to your GitHub to ChatGPT, then we can start to work on that one. Yeah, so one thing to keep in mind, so now we have connected Codex to our GitHub, right? So still the machine itself is not often authorized to push or do any requests on GitHub, so we need to do that separately. But now I wanna pull my project. Yeah, so let's see, pull my project to this machine. I'm using GitHub workflow. Let's see if it probably will ask us some questions, and yeah, you are connected. Yeah, you see, this is the connected account. Yeah, so for you have to first connect your Codex to Git, and then you will see, but I already had it, so now you can see this one. Before I press yes, so just maybe there's a confusion. So I already had access, right? My Codex could see my GitHub. We just saw together. Yeah, so this authentication and application. Yeah, so but yours as of now, if it's a fresh Codex, it doesn't have. So first you need to log into your Codex, and then you can create an environment, which we did together, and then add your GitHub repository and GitHub account and give access to Codex for those you want. Once you have done that, then you can right here just pull my project. Yeah, now we can see it's this one. I say yes, I need this one, and now it's gonna pull this for me. And you can see it's getting a network access. Oh, HTTP cannot do because this is a private repository. So as I said, there is no SSH. Yeah, so for this machine to the server. So you see that this one didn't have access to my GitHub, and now it has generated for me an SSH key. So I will copy paste that one, and just let me copy this. And now we want to add it to our GitHub. So let's here a new one. SSH key. Okay. We can see SSH key for my developer one machine on Azure, and yeah, I will paste it here. So I will delete it, this one, so after this video, so that's not a big deal. And yeah, you can see here SSH key, and now I will add this one to the machine. Okay, so now it's added. Now we say, okay, I added the key. Try again. I verify the SSH. Yes, I will verify. Okay, you approve Codex to run this one. SSH again success. Yeah, you can see now git clone. Exactly. So this is what we are doing here. Great. So now we have our project there. So you can say in home directory, it shows us what we have there, and we are in Goli, and we have Codex assistance repository. Okay, so now we can cd to so here instead of that one, so also you can write cd code, and then you can also give the Linux commands to this Codex, and it will complete it for you. So now you see we are in this repository, and if we say ls, so we will see the files there. Yeah, I will be list the project, so you can see I have a file and stuff there. So yeah, just one more thing. So I would recommend that we install also GitHub command line code, that when we want to talk to Codex, so it uses that one as well, so to be more to work it with it faster, yeah, so and more convenient, for example when creating issues or merge requests, pull request, whatever, so we can make benefit of it. And then we can say okay, install and then it tries to install it for us. Yeah, I will check whether it already is available and identify. So GH is not installed. Yeah, I want you to install. I accept it. and now it's gonna run the commands for me. Yeah, you see, you approve Codex to run apt-get update install, and then apt-get update. Yeah, that is true. We activated this time. I'll be approve it, and now it's trying to fetch it and install it for us. Finishing install GitHub. Yes, finish it. You see, setting up the metadata, reading the package list. So it's doing everything in our behalf, and we can just ask it to do. It's really crazy, and it's really good. Okay, install GitHub, and now everything. Yes, as you can see, I just run the GitHub version, and as you can see, it's installed now. So it will help us a lot when we want to work with Codex. So it makes some stuff easy for Codex to work with GitHub. So that's a really great opportunity. Now everybody has it. So we saw how we can have a Codex installed on a Linux server, and then how we can authenticate our Codex to our GitHub, and then our machine also to GitHub for pulling and pushing the requests and doing everything. So set up your environment as well. So if you have any question, write in the comment, and then I will come back to you and we can fix it together. So yeah, this was this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm excited. Yeah, so it can do a lot of things. So install it and work with it and connect it to your GitHub, and yeah, I will create more videos on this topic. So I hope you like it. Have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.